Billy Donovan and success go hand in hand. He is one of just 3 SEC coaches to win over 400 conference games. By this time next year, he'll be second on the list behind the legendary Adolph Rupp. Pretty remarkable. November the 30th, though, 2012. That was the last time Arkansas lost at home. That was until Florida beat them in overtime Saturday. And in some ways, the Gators are going against the popular trend of getting the one-and-done players. And whenever we talk Gators, that means we visit with our Florida insider, Chris Harry, who joins us from Gainesville. And Chris, this is a team who has faced their share of adversity this year. They've had their share of injuries to deal with, but they're still 13-2. Where do you rank them among the nation's best teams?
Well, they're certainly a top 10 team with a chance to be a top 5 team. This may be the best team that Billy Donovan has had since those back-to-back national championship teams in 06, 07. And you made the point about the one-and-dones. I mean, you're talking about there's 4 seniors that start on this basketball team. You have Patrick Young, you have Scotty Wilbekin, you have Will Uget, and you have Casey Prather. Now, before the season started, these guys had played in 400 college basketball games combined, including 48 NCAA tournament games. So there's really nothing these guys haven't seen before. It's not a thing where, one and done is bad. It's just not what Billy Donovan does here. He's had 2 in 18 years, Bradley Beal being the most recent. And it's also not like he doesn't want to go out and get great players. The Gators finished second for Jabari Parker last year. Imagine what they'd be if they had that guy on the team right now. But he recruits to the program, and once he gets the guys in there, he can tell them, we'll get you ready for the NBA, but you're going to do so in the framework of getting ready to compete for the Florida Gators. And this team is very experienced. There's nothing they haven't seen before, and certainly that was beneficial to them playing at Arkansas Saturday when things were getting really tough in one of the toughest environments in college basketball.
Chris, I have to ask you about Chris Walker. What's the latest on his status with the NCAA? And in some way, is this delay a benefit to Walker and the rest of the team?
Well, it's funny. Nobody asked me about that ever, only about 500 times a day. I mean, the guy landed in here. He's McDonald's All-American from Holmes County here in Florida, and the guy came in. He did not qualify academically in the fall. He parachuted in December once he rallied academically for the second semester. He's enrolled in classes. He's been practicing with this team for a month. Again, a 6'10", McDonald's All-American dunk champion. But this is kind of working the way the NCAA is dragging its feet a little bit with this, and they do that, as we all know. He's been able to kind of get in there and get fitted into what the Gators do offensively, what they do defensively, what Billy Donovan's nuances to everything he does. And it may end up being a benefit to both him and the program relative to not just rolling him out in games, because the guy's not going to play a whole lot of minutes once he does get eligible to play. But he's kind of getting a feel for how they do things in the program, and maybe down the line he will benefit this team in terms of the rotation once he is made eligible by the NCAA, although the timeline and the uncertainty has been a little frustrating for both the players and the coaches.
All right, Chris, they keep rolling right along. Do the Gators. Thanks very much as always.